sometimes we don't really recognise just how much they do, or indeed how stressful it can actually be. And the Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust are holding Nature Carer Café events to help carers connect and relax in a natural environment. This is only one of the many great things that the Trust are putting in place to help the community. And here to tell us more is Rosie Kelsall from the Trust. Good afternoon, Rosie. Welcome to the programme. Tell us a little bit more about the Carers Café, what it was that prompted you to start this event in the first place.
Oh, good afternoon, and thanks very much for inviting me along to talk about this today. So the Carers Café is something that's been running for a couple of years now. We're very fortunate in that it's funded by Gloucestershire NHS clinical commissioners. And they really recognise, particularly towards the end of the pandemic and the lockdowns, that carers are often very isolated in their own homes. And they undertook a survey asking carers what it was that they were most looking forward to once some of the restrictions had been lifted. And one of the things that was raised was getting out in nature and meeting up with other people. And so the Wildlife Trust's Nature's Carers Café was really born out of that. We meet on a Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, what kind of response have you actually seen in terms of people taking up the opportunity to come and, apart from anything else, mix with other people who are working in a similar surrounding to them so they can share stories and so on?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a little bit of a slow burn to start with. It took a little bit of time, I think, for people to become confident at coming out to new things and to doing something different. But we now have a really great group of sort of anywhere between 10 and 20 regulars who come along. We meet twice a month at the Café at Robinswood Hill in Gloucester. And really, it's aimed at what we term unpaid family carers. So people who are looking after members of their family. It's an ongoing task. And obviously, it's a task that people undertake with love and care and because that's what one does. But I think it's, as I said, it's a very isolating role, and it's very difficult to help other people to understand and to appreciate what it is that people are going through on a daily basis. And this really gives them an opportunity to chat to each other, to share stories, but also just to have a little bit of time for themselves.
Now, you hold these things twice a month on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday of each month, and there's no need for people to sign up. They can just rock up and come and meet you, can't they? And you say there that the meeting point is Robinswood Hill Café. So I'm guessing sometimes you stay in the cafe and sometimes you go into the woods, do you, and up the hills?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do a variety of different things, and we tend to tailor things a little bit depending on who's attending on the day as well, because obviously not everyone is very mobile and so on. So it can vary from week to week. Often we start at the cafe, we have a drink and a chat and a cup of coffee and a catch up and so on. And sometimes then we'll stay in the building and we'll maybe have a particular activity. We've made bird feeders and planters. We've planted seeds. Sometimes we have someone in to give us a little bit of a talk, a bit of extra information about a project or something that's going on somewhere in the county. But we do also go out and about, particularly when the weather's good. So we've spent time blackberry and apple picking, for instance, in the orchard on Robinswood Hill last autumn. We have been out into the wildflower meadows to learn a little bit about wildflowers and just to have the experience of being able to walk out and enjoy, a wildflower meadow really on the edge of Gloucester is quite a treat.
It really sounds like I was going to say, it really sounds like it could be just wonderful just to get together and go and experience some of that as well, which we are right on the cusp of, aren't we? I mean, it just sounds absolutely fascinating. And I think I'd love to go along to that myself just to see it. I'm guessing that we can find out more information at gloucestershireWildlifeTrust.co.uk. And if I'm right, the next event is on Tuesday, the 12th of November, isn't it? So thank you very much for coming on today, Rosie. That's Rosie Kelsall from the Trust. Yes, the Carers Café. The next event, they happen fortnightly on the 2nd and also the 4th Tuesday of every month. No need to sign up. You can just turn up and go there and meet up with everybody at the Robinswood Hill Café. And the next event is on Tuesday, the 12th of November. Okay, 8 minutes to 3 now. Let's have a